أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وأهل بيته أجمعين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. This third segment here, we're continuing on belief in the angels. All right. Understand, angels aren't just some people who look like human beings walking around. They got a couple of wings and just float and flutter and things like that. No, angels can be in many different forms. Most of the forms that you will never see until, as we said earlier, maybe until the point of one's demise, right? But at the same time, maybe if Allah Ta'ala wants you to see it and removes the veils from you, there are some people who their veils are removed. It's not everybody, but it is actually a possibility that Allah Ta'ala can remove the veils and you will see them. For example, we have the hadith of the Holy Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. A person actually came to the Holy Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and said, hey, I want to see Sayyidina Jibreel Alayhi Salam. I want to see Sayyidina Jibreel. And he kept telling him, you won't be able to handle it. You won't be able to handle it. You won't be able to handle it. And I'm paraphrasing this, of course. After the conquest of Mecca, the Holy Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if you look at the top of the Kaaba, your wish will be fulfilled and you will behold Sayyidina Jibreel Alayhi Salam at the top. So the person, he looked and he saw and he just fainted. But this is the reality. If Allah Ta'ala wants you to see it, if Allah Ta'ala wants a person to be able to see any of the angels, he'll see it. If not, he won't. That's the bottom line. But don't make a point of, I just want to see, I want to see. I mean, remember, the reality of life is not that of a circus attraction or a type of circus event or anything like that. Just, see. If you behold something, remember, you'll be held responsible for whatever you beheld. Okay? We're going to continue. We're continuing here on the beliefs of the angels. Belief in the angels, right? And we spoke earlier, in the previous segment, of some of the famous ones. When I say famous, I mean by name they're recognized from different non-Islamic religions, by way of, for example, that way of Christianity, or by way of Judaism, or even by way of Hinduism or Jainism, or certain other beliefs, other non-Islamic religions that do recognize the belief in the angels, belief in the Almighty, right? And we're going to continue in more of the general sense that you understand. Belief in angels is not just relegated to a finite number. We don't know the full number of angels that there are. There could be millions, there could be billions, there could be trillions of angels. You just don't know. All right? But some aspects, let's bring to your attention so that you understand, no matter what, there's always going to be angels present. For example, there are two angels that are assigned to every person. They write down the deeds of every person. One writes the good deeds. Whenever a good deed is committed, or whenever a good action is done, any type of good action or any kind of deed, action that is done, whether it's directly done by that person or even indirectly, this is a good deed. Likewise, there's one that writes the bad deeds for a person. So understand, there's two angels assigned to every human being. So just think to yourself, we cannot, even if you can't see all at least you have to understand and realize, you have to know that for every one person, there is at least two angels present. For every one person, there's two angels present. One that is recording all of the good deeds, one that is recording all the bad deeds. All right? And of course, you want to keep that one who's recording all the good deeds, you want to keep him as busy as possible. But he's recording the good deeds that are in your name, the ones that you're doing, the ones that you know of, and even the ones that you do not know of. That's one of the blessings. There are ones that are recording deeds you don't even know about. Maybe you did something, or maybe you built something that other people are benefiting from. Well, guess what? The benefit is still going to be recorded on your action of deeds. So, for example, maybe you went and drilled a well. You built a hospital. As long as that well is still there, as long as people are being serviced or being given benefit by that hospital, you are receiving the benefit. That angel is writing down your benefits and is going to continue. As long as that well is still there, as long as that hospital is still there, until the day of judgment, that is going to still be written for you, even when you pass away. So as long as you're alive, that benefit is going to be written for you. When you pass away, that benefit is still going to be written for you. And this is one of the barakas. This is called sadaqah jariyah. This is one of the blessings that Allah Ta'ala gives of the ummah of Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Understand, this is one of the angels is always going to be doing that for you. On the flip side, unfortunately, those people who do those type of bad actions or institute bad actions, they establish bad actions. They establish those, on the flip side, the same thing is unfortunately happening to them. As long as that false belief, as long as that sinful practice or that disgusting aspect is still being perpetuated, this person is going to receive the, quote unquote, reward. Reward doesn't always mean something good. They're going to receive the reward for what they've done. The angels will be writing it down. They'll be making a note, and it'll be presented to that person. All right. But the point is, and I digress, the point here is that there are angels assigned to every person. One that records the good deeds, one that records the bad deeds.